This is Brickhead Boy. Today we're going to be doing review package 2 and 3. Here we got Cogo 2-in-1 building challenge. And on the back are the related theme sets. The number for this is 3366. And the other set, Cogo, again 2-in-1. And by the way, this is Army Action. On the back, set number 3362. And by the way, let's take a look at the sets again for the rest of the themes. So here we have what appears to be a Jeep. And here, hey, that looks familiar. Doesn't that look like a Warthog by Mega Bloks that Cogo just copied? Yes, it does. That sure does. And here we have an APC. What is that? A car. Here we have a battleship, chopper. There's the tank. Here we have a truck. There's my other tank. And that looks nice. That's another APC. Here you have a small little set. And here you have a boat. So anyways, on this side here you have 5 bags, 2 threads. And on this side you have 4 bags. Let's open them. And here are the bags all opened up. And on this side, what's included too, you have a brick separator here. Also the other set has one. And what's interesting, both have stickers, but these stickers, there's quite a bit of them. Quite a decals. You can do a lot of customs with these. So back to the instruction book. I'm just going to build the tank. The mecha looks kind of weak to me. That's just my opinion. But I will test out the joint pieces later on. And let's get to it. Let's build this out. Finally, these 2 sets are complete. Yes, these 2 nightmare of sets, which I will explain in a moment. First off, there's your leftover sticker sheet, leftover pieces for the alternate build. You have your accessory pack here. That's your brick separator. You have a brick wall and sandbags and 1 minifig. There's your tank. On the other side, you have another tank with 2 minifigs. You have brown sandbags, you have weapons pack, your extra pieces for your alternate build, and leftover sticker sheet with your instruction book. I have a lot to cover here, so I'm not going to go onto the minifigs or the accessories, just the models themselves. So starting with set 3366, let's do a 360 on this thing. Check out the features and details. What I like about this is the cannon or gun. It looks really awesome. It uses the building technique, studs not on top, so it just gives it a unique look. And what's surprising too was this can go up pretty high, and it can turn, but not all the way 360 because that gets in the way. And here you have 2 exhaust pipes, right here. Right there, you have an exposed engine on the back. You have these radiator grills or ladders, and then these appear to be stabilizers for the main cannon. They kind of look like something meant to avoid mines, but it's in the back, of course. And also too, I like the how they did the side skirts. It just looks awesome that way. So for this tank, I like the building technique. And also too, you could put your minifig in there. And back to here, these do go up and down and sideways, so you have quite a bit of mobility. Now let's talk about the cons here. First off is these pieces are very weak. You just tap it and it falls off. So the clutch on these are not so good, because if you just look, that's how these pieces are made. Also too, right here when you pick it up, it doesn't do it anymore, but when I was building it, these things would like break off. And this does occasionally, if it snaps off sometimes. Now, the biggest problem with this tank was when I was building it, and it's still a problem. If you look at the bottom, yeah, it looks nice and solid, but this piece just kept on popping up. See, nothing to cushion that piece, and the rest of the pieces here. Imagine as you're building this thing, this just keeps popping up, and then the wheels just pop up like this. That's what kept on happening. Building this was very frustrating. Yes, like I said, has good building techniques, but it's really hollowed out, and the structurally it's just very weak. So the designer should have made the interior more durable, which I'm gonna actually use these extra pieces to try to make the tank more solid. And speaking of these pieces, let's test these out. So far, my impression with this is the ball and socket joint feels pretty durable, and strong. So I could be wrong with that, but that's just my assumption. And I won't even bother to test it out to build the mech. So onto the tank. That's what I have to say about that. Just very poor. Even this too, you can see. Let's move to the other tank. And here is set 3362 to a 360. So starting with the back, you have your two exhaust pipes here, and nothing too fancy. You got slope here, and you have a hatch. Oh, there's that weak piece, just like the other set. Came off. Here's your hatch, and oh, it's empty. There's like nothing there. So there's no point to put a minifig in there, because he's just gonna fall on the ground. And I'll take this for now, because it's just weak. This thing here can go up and down. Not sure what that is. And this thing can spin a 360. I'll call these things side blasters, since that's where the cannon is. They can rotate, but the problem is they rotate with just a stud. So it's not very dependable. You know, it's just going to fall off. Same with these things too. It's just attached by studs, and it's supposed to rotate. The antenna can go up and down, or the radar, but the antenna gets in the way. So you have to move that out of the way for this to go up, but then the radar gets in the way of the gun. So very bad construction there. So that part opens up. So the biggest flaw with this thing, as you can see, is the weapon system. Very poorly made. And another flaw, just like the other tank, instead of the bottom coming loose, it's the top right here. Just press down, see? Because there's nothing supporting that. Even from the bottom, it's hollow. As you're building this, you come across that problem where you have to hold this up, otherwise it's going to sink in. So this one was frustrating, but not as frustrating as the other tank. On to conclude my review. These tanks look really awesome, and I like the design, how they look, the building techniques on the weapons, the turret, but it falls short on the pieces they chose to use. And using a stud to rotate a piece doesn't work so well, so that's a big flaw right there. And the fact is, this is a 2-in-1 after all, so I can see they're trying to save pieces so you can build a mecha and a vehicle, but that falls short because these two tanks are hollow inside and are very structurally weak, so they need lots of I wouldn't say a lot, just a few little pieces to strengthen the interior. These two sets could have been more, but that's the problem, is they're probably being cheap with the pieces. Should have added more. The majority of the pieces worked well, they clutched together well. There's just certain ones, like the exhaust ports right here, these things fall off real easy. So Cogo needs to work on those, and other pieces as well, like the antennas and just stuff that sticks out get knocked off too easy. So this is not for play. These two are meant for just build it and put it on display. So if you're gonna buy these two sets, that's really what they're meant for. And I'm not sure about the price, but this one here was about 17 and this is 23. I've seen these cost way more at AliExpress, which I wouldn't buy for. To me, these aren't worth 30 bucks. Even the price I paid is kind of spendy, so find it lower. It's worth getting, but do some modifications because these come with lots of pieces and you could build something really neat. Out of the two, I like this one better, simply because it looks better. That's all I've got, so this is Brickhead Boy. Thanks for watching.